So with Conquest not far ahead, we will have a few new oaths coming to Deepwoken. I've spoken to Archmage himself and helped the devs test this completely revolutionary oath. Today I leak some of the things for one of the upcoming oaths and everything I know about it. So first of all, the oath is called the Looksmaxxer. The talent card states the following: you vow to improve your features to the greatest extent. Use this song to shape yourself and fulfill your desire to be the one who loves. It gives you 2 common mantras and 1 support mantra. I'm not sure about obtaining the oath, but some of the testers told me that the oath can't be obtained by Crassis due to apparently being the ugliest race in the game. So if you play Crassis, unfortunately, you cannot become a true PSL god. Upon obtaining Looksmaxxer, your eyes become blue and your facial structure becomes more sharp, giving you a more aesthetic jawline. This oath is pretty huge, having 7 talents and 3 mantras. It mostly revolves around getting stacks and consuming them for buffs. It seems pretty simple and generic, but it's actually much deeper than that. The first talent is called Trait Maxing. Getting hit by mantras or crits will grant you Looksmaxxing stacks, giving us speed boost and damage resistance. I find it weird how this talent works, but I'm sure the devs can figure it out and rebalance it if necessary. The stacks are represented by semi-transparent particles around your head. Next there is Skincare Routine. Being out of combat will grant you passive Looksmaxxing stacks. Just a generic talent, but it gives you 5 health, so it's pretty solid. After that we have Positive Cant Routine. This talent makes you immune to charisma talents, gaze and glare. Upon any of these proccing on you, you'll gain Looksmaxxing stacks. I think this is a very strong talent that can potentially save you in all situations, especially considering how valuable Looksmaxxing stacks can be. There's much more talents, but first let's take a look at some of the mantras. Mogging allows you to do a lot of interesting things. At first, Mogging will simply stun the opponent and grant you Looksmaxxing stacks, but after saving up a few of them, around 8 stacks, your Mog will consume some of the stacks and deal damage. It's pretty confusing because you can't really tell at first, but overall this mantra is pretty good. Next is a support mantra. It's called Mewing. Mewing lets you passively gain stacks and gives you buffs for some other duration. While the effect is active, you cannot spit, speak, or eat anything due to your tongue's posture in your mouth. This mantra makes a lot of sense and I think it's pretty realistic. And the final mantra is called Bone Smash. You hit your opponent's face with a hammer. It deals really solid damage, but it also buffs your opponent, temporarily giving them Looksmaxxing stacks. It's interesting how you can apply this status effect to a non-Looksmaxxer, and it looks like an interesting concept. Following in we have a talent which will affect Bone Smash. If you press F during its windup, you will target yourself instead. This seems like a good way to quickly proc your Looksmaxxer talents, similar to Shade Devour. And while all of these talents seem great, the next talents I'm about to review are gonna probably be carrying this out because of how much utility they can provide. The first one is PSL God. Having 15 or more Looksmaxxing stacks will consume them, and grant you 15% more damage and pen for a minute. This is a really strong talent, but reaching 15 stacks can be challenging sometimes. And the final talent, On My Edge, works like this. When about to be knocked, convert all your Looksmaxxing into health, preventing your demise. This is like jumper cables, but actually good since it also gives you some HP. One issue is that if you proc PSL God right before you get knocked, it can actually get you killed, but I know the devs can figure this one out. So in conclusion, this is probably going to be the best oath and clearly the next meta for several months. All I can say is, K1 truly cooked with this one. Like and subscribe if you want to get 8-10 Hunter Eyes, Hollow Cheekbones, and Mog everyone.